A Welcome aboard, everybody.
Real filler right there.
Anyone watching the
Girthy
VOD is
squat.
immediately going to have their ear holes assaulted by poop. Let's go.
It should be.
I like Metroid. This game is like Metroid, but Nintendo didn't make it. It's impressive.
When I was writing my Samus versus Samus audiobook, I kept thinking of the title in the like Smash Bros voice going Samus versus Samus.
Yeah, I was thought...
And then then I realized that like that doesn't like there's a voice. He says versus when you click on the versus like thing, I think, but there is no like character name versus character name. But it is similar enough to Soul Calibur, which does do that, where it's like Link versus that. In my brain, I could Samus versus Samus, but it's combining the two.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I always liked that announcer voice in old Smash Bros. He's so weird. The newer guy's good too, but he's just too like, what's the word? Where like pronounces things too correctly, you know?
Well,
he'll just be like Samus.
I have to assume that someone complained about the melee thing, you know, because I don't know if you've ever booted that game up, but he definitely calls it melee.
Yeah, it's epic.
That word is dead.
It's iconic.
It's funny too because I knew that at the time because in Nintendo Power magazine, in the hype build up for that game, somebody had mailbagged in like, how do you pronounce this? And they said melee rhymes with payday. And so I knew as soon as I like hit that screen, I was like, that's definitely the announcer getting it wrong, right? Like,
it's so epic. So the thing is that it's memorable because of that. It's just slightly off kilter in such a subtly weird way. It's nostalgic. I like it when he says words stupid. Super Smash Brothers Melee! Also, who is watching that cutscene like every time they boot up the game? The song that plays while I am wiggling the C stick around and fucking with the menu to piss off my brother. Oh no.
The reason that song is particularly so ingrained in my brain right now is that this had to have been almost a month ago. We went to some brewery. I can't even fucking, it had to have been in Virginia, but like we went to some random ass, oh yeah, it was in Richmond. Like in the middle of fucking Richmond, there's a brewery that has like a Smash tournament that was going on at the time.
Okay.
But like it was, I think they were setting up for, like I think they were setting up for a full-blown tournament to happen later in the evening because we were there for like one.
Fuck.
Hello, bird.
Bird.
I was just talking about that brewery we went to that had the Smash tournament going on, or going to be. The Answer, yes, the Answer in Richmond.
Very cool place. I like that a lot. The food was also crazy good.
Yes, it had really good food.
What was it like?
Good beer.
Fusion, Korean, and Greek or something.
Yes, that's right. It was that. It was like all kinds of, because I know they had Vietnamese food, and then they also had. Yeah, it was like an odd combination. And everything we got was like super unique and good. But when we got there, like, there was like 5 CRTs set up that all had Melee on them.
Just playing the
Yeah.
lobby music over and over and over.
Just one of them had sound on, and it was on the character select screen. And that song is only like 30 seconds long. You know, I just sang the whole thing. And it was playing ad nauseum for at least like 20 minutes before somebody finally like went over it.
We were there for like 2 hours.
No, somebody eventually went and turned it down. Yeah, we were there for a long fucking time. At some point, somebody went and turned down that TV, and I was like, thank fucking God. But it was like, Because I kept thinking somebody would go over there to play it because it looked like this was like a thing, like an event that was about to
They
happen.
were all watching football.
Well, yeah, it was like a bunch of guys were watching football, but I think that mainly because there was like a setup in the far end of the room where they had like a whole ass computer and somebody was live streaming and was playing. Like there was two people playing against each other and it was being live streamed, but it didn't seem to be like that there were people trading in and out or anything. Like I don't think the
Just a
tournament
few guys
was
playing
happening.
again and again and again.
I think they were pre-streaming for a tournament that was going to happen, and so everything had been set up and just kind of left there. But yeah, listening to that song for 20 minutes uninterrupted, holy fuck, you get tired of that.
The Trumbo book?
Wait, what book?
Trumbo.
It's not mine.
Oh, they made a movie about this guy.
I see. I probably got that from. I mean, if it's not yours, then it's Riley's.
Maybe he was a communist. I don't know if he was actually a communist, but he was a big in
Somebody
Hollywood.
who was put in jail for being a communist.
Or at the very least had a very large court battle about it.
I see.
Anyway, making a pizza. Also, it's the whole thing's stuffed. How is that possible?
What, like the crust of the entire pizza is stuffed? Holy shit. What was the brand on that? Just like a Lidl brand pizza. This place looks like a pain in the ass to have to fight in.
When I was just fighting a minute ago was horrible. Every time I needed to jump to dodge that thing's attacks, these fucking spikes were exactly where I needed to be jumping. They made that room just to be a bitch. Fucking...
Yeah, it's interesting because this is like more similar to Metroid 2 than a lot of the stuff in the game, but also it's like its own unique twist. This room also feels the most like the same. Like I know these really tall rooms, and like they actually do kind of capture the same feeling. But
yeah, it's like I played a bit of Metroid 2 Classic, and it's like basically everything that I've seen in that game is also in this one. It's just this one fills all the gaps in between with like new shit. Just like, well, we can't. If I'm gonna remake this game, it can't just be a series of hallways with Metroids in them. We gotta do more shit. Gotta be like Zero Mission. You gotta fight like a random fucking worm that pops out of the wall. And what is this room? Why is this here? The power is on.
Says cello hat instead of hello chat. Clever subversion.
Oh, how clever.
We're starting to have people tuned in. Crystalline Foe says slime dolling in the spiky room. And then a big happy face. The one that's like a D.
Good.
Yeah. I've come to realize that like I use SMS speak so old that people don't understand it and don't say anything.
Rafflecopter.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that one in a while actually. I do sincerely think there's probably young people who would not get what ROTFL means. Like, you're like, what? You're waffling? Has Samus ever had a melee weapon? I don't think so. I don't think she's ever had any kind of melee attack even. Like, I don't think she has a punch.
Yeah, she just has that parry in the newer games.
True. Yeah, that's kind of like... I mean, she uses her gun arm to parry, which is in itself kind of ridiculous. Maybe that's part of why it didn't hit with me, is that it was like, why is she using her gun thing to parry with? Like, what the fuck is that thing made out of?
Uh-huh.
You did it wrong. Melee. Lol. Melee! We were talking about that just before you got in, unless you heard that and that's what you're joking about.
Yeah. It's like new Smash, the guy's all like, Mario! And then the old guy was like, Mario! It's more funny.
Caterpillar, what are you talking about with the famous Samus Punch? What is this? What Samus Punch are we speaking of? I mean, I guess in the Smash games, she uses melee attacks. She fights with her hands and feet. But yeah, she never gets like a melee weapon. That is actually, now that I'm thinking about it, like a very interesting difference between the main games and Smash is that she does not have any physical combat moves in the games. Like, it's literally gun or nothing.
Oh, here's
and
this
then,
thing.
you know, Smash makes her just a totally different character. I wish I had notated that in Samus vs. Samus. Like, I didn't think about that till just now. But that would have been a good thing to bring up during the part where I'm talking about her as a Smash character. Like, I talk about how it feels to play her and how that feels different from the main games, but I didn't think to bring up the fact that she literally has no melee attack. Well, the screw attack actually kind of counts.
Kinda.
Because it is just jumping into the enemies and making them die. And I guess it's just like an energy field around you, so it's kind of like using an energy sword if you're, you know, Master Chief. It's just that, you know, you don't have to separately press another button. You just jump into things and they die. So yeah, okay, we'll say that screw attack is Samus's melee move.
Sure.
Melee weapon, rather. Because it is a weapon. It's like, it is some kind of additional laser thing that, like, flies out of her or some shit. I don't really know what the fuck it's doing. It doesn't really make sense. It's the beauty of Metroid. It's the loosest like, science is not a word I would use, you know? Like, it's futuristic fantasy. It is not science fiction. Well, I don't know. The Metroid stuff is pretty scientific. Metroid Prime has lots of, like, science shit in it. It definitely cranked up the sci-fi factor in the Prime games.
Fucking butt cheeks. Oh, fuck. This is a bullet hell now.
I love bullet hell games. That's my main go-to fuck around video game type.
How the fuck? They're so hard. I hate bullet hell games. No.
The expectation is not that you're going to win necessarily. It's just that
Okay.
you will get better every time you play. But yeah, I would not expect to beat any bullet hell game on the easiest difficulty on your first try. I would say on your second try, you should be able to beat it on the easiest difficulty. But
hit this thing
the
at its
intermediate difficulty, I wouldn't count on ever being able to beat unless you really, truly get good. And then you have to go up to hard mode, and then you have to be like, you know, there's usually like a maniac difficulty that's just like mind melting to even look at.
I am playing this on easy mode. This is intense.
Yeah, I'm sure this game's hard as fucking balls on higher difficulties.
Yeah. Some of the boss fights in this will kick your ass.
But I also believe you would be capable of that while not like live streaming, where you're just super focused on
Yeah, I normally play this game on normal mode.
not having to listen to my like constant non sequiturs about totally other things that have nothing to do with the game you're playing. What's the story behind this game? I'm assuming there is one since it's called Another AM2R. Yeah, I mean, I assume there's a bunch of Metroid 2 remakes, and this was just yet
This
another
is-
in
This
a
is the one
long
that got
line.
finished. And it took like a decade. It took like a decade for this game to get done.
Is there not another finished Metroid 2 remake?
Not that I know
Like, I
of.
assume there's gotta be whole, like plenty of reskins and reworkings and stuff, because, like, any of the Metroid games, like Super Metroid, I wouldn't call them remakes per se, but there's like 1,000 fan games of fucking Super Metroid, of like
Yeah.
tweaked in one way or another, or rebuilt, or rethemed, or they told a story using the fucking sprites or whatever.
Yeah, the basic story behind this game is that it's just a passion project by some really talented fans. and it took a decade to make. And then once, like the day it released, Nintendo was like cease and desist, and everyone was mad.
Is this the only Metroid fan game you've played?
Yes. Not counting the mods for Super Metroid. I've tried a couple of those. Randomizer and I think it's called Super Metroid Redux or something. It's one that fixes like the physics and controls to make it more like the GBA games. And I had mixed feelings about that one because I kind of like that Samus is more floaty in that game. So making her like faster and heavier like the GBA ones and like this one is like, you know, it may be unpopular, but I actually do not prefer the GBA control scheme for everything, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the game was built around its controls, so, like, I wouldn't expect it to be a fix.
I mean, it works.
To me, the reason that Samus moves the way she does in the GBA games is because of the fucking aspect ratio. Like, it's a long screen, with a long, short screen, you know, as opposed to what this looks like what Super Metroid looks like, but this game also is built around its own controls, so it's not like you know,
like Samus,
like they were just sticking a new control scheme on an existing game.
Return of Samus on the Game Boy is definitely the it's further on that end of that spectrum towards like just being floaty and outright slow, where I'm like, okay, this is like less what I'm comfortable with.
It is very like moonwalky.
And that because like
feels like you're in a cave on the moon the whole game. Like it's a super unique experience that I don't think is like I think it's relevant to Metroid fans, but I would not expect anybody who plays Metroid games regularly to like have that in the rotation. It's like it's something you play for the uniqueness of it, you know, more than anything.
Play it to be like, oh hey, this is Metroid 2, interesting, and then you finish it with like a walkthrough open, and then you're like, well, that was neat.
Oh my god, trying to beat that game with no walkthrough would be tough.
I mean, I made it like maybe a third of the way through before I just got bored. I want to finish it eventually. It's just like, you know, Metroid 1, I just outright didn't like it until recently. I gave it another shot, and now it's fun. Metroid 2, I'm like, Metroid 2, I never disliked it. It's just every time I try to play it, it feels like consistently a 6 out of 10 experience, I guess. I don't know.
Caterpillar says, I love bullet hell games. I've been playing Dodonpachi Daiojo on Fightcade lately. Well, fuck yeah, that's my go-to phone game. Because it's the only one that's on Apple iPhone. And, I think. Well, it's the only free one that's on Apple iPhone, at least. Or it was cheap enough that I bought it. I don't know. I have it. I've never beat it. I think I've made it to, like, stage 5 with... Which I don't ever... I mean, if you have to use a continue in one of those games, you're probably going to lose all your lives not very long afterwards again. So typically, if I lose, I just start over. Especially because in the app, you have to, like, watch an ad. So I'll just close the app entirely and then reopen it to do another round. But, like... Yeah, that game's hard as fucking balls, but it's so hypnotic and just, like, gorgeous to look at. It's fun to memorize, like... Partly because in the Dodonpachi games, like, they don't have difficulty, or maybe they do. Does that one have difficulty settings? It might. It's still hard as balls, no matter what. But, like, it has a sort of sub-goal where there's, like, these 10 golden hornets that are in every stage that are, like, hidden in specific spots. And, like, getting all 10 of them requires you to play the stage in, like, a certain way, you know, and, like, it will make you better at the game to keep trying to do that because it just kind of guides you through understanding, like, where everything is in the level each time you do it. So it keeps it exciting. It doesn't feel like you're just doing the same thing over and over again. It's like, I'm truly trying to learn how these levels work, you know. There's a level of memorization, but it's also like if you do something different, it's going to have a different result. Like, you know, if you're killing the enemies in a different order, you're going to realize, oh, killing that guy over there first means that I get hit by this thing over here if I'm not careful. But if I destroyed that thing first on my next go, it presents some other new problem I wasn't considering. So it feels fresh. That's what I'm trying to say. Zinc said, finally checked out the audiobook chapters. Great stuff. Been nice listening to it while playing Prime 2. Hell yeah.
Yo. Shout out to Metroid Prime 2 for, not for being, like, the best game or anything, but just for how fucking rad the suits in that game are. My favorite suits that Samus has ever worn are in that game.
Dank.
That one
I
specifically.
shout out to that game for having like its own distinct lore that has nothing the fuck to do with any other Metroid game's lore. Which is why I didn't really talk about it very much in Samus vs. Samus, besides that I haven't played very much of it. Like, I did research into it and learned its story and was like, the main thing that was interesting about it in the context of Samus vs. Samus is that it just parallels the stuff that is in the main story. Like, it uses those same themes, but it just doesn't tell the exact same thing over again that like we've gotten from the games of, all right, Ridley, and then Mother Brain, and Ridley again. Some Chozo in there. Get some Chozo in there. And Ridley. Definitely Ridley's gotta be there. It's like we can rest on that, you know.
Did I mention in the last stream how like I had such mixed feelings about them putting Ridley back in Samus Returns? So like,
yes,
yeah,
you did address this.
Such a like fan service moment. Like, it made sense at the time when it, like, with the context of like, oh, we've had like a Metroid drought for like 13 years. There's been nothing good since like Metroid Prime 3, which I had mixed feelings about. And then yeah, like, oh, finally a new Metroid game, and oh, we gotta put Ridley in it, of course. It's a new Metroid, you're not gonna put Ridley in it? Like, this makes no fucking sense. This actually hurts the tone of the ending quite a bit. But whatever. Whatever, what's done is done.
That's bad.
Yeah. At least Metroid Dread didn't bring Ridley back.
Who is playing through Metroid and the whole time like, oh, I hope Ridley's in here. I'm gonna be real upset if I don't see Ridley. Or like, even who is pogging at Ridley again? Like, who sees Ridley and is like, oh, Ridley, yeah. like, oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna shoot 90 missiles. Cool, you know.
I think my reaction at the time was more like I saw Ridley show up and I was like, oh, neat. And then I fought him, and then a few years later I played this one, and I beat it, and I was like, huh, the ending feels entirely different when the Ridley boss fight isn't there. Like, the tone is so much more, like, effective.
Ridley has no place in this game. It makes no sense for Ridley to be there. It's
like, everything that made Metroid 2 interesting is that it's like the quiet spelunking game. Having that huge fucking bombastic climax at the end, like Samus Returns, just felt like it was all style and no substance, and the Ridley fight kind of hammers that in. This game has some pretty spectacular, you know, moments too. Quite a bit of spectacle. That fucking flying Chozo dude was pretty crazy, but like, it was like a relatively inconsequential thing. Like, it's not like adding that cool boss fight to this one messed up a story moment. There's no real story moments outside of the very beginning and the very end. I think on the Game Boy, all the story was just in the manual. Just the manual and the ending.
I definitely think this game like accomplished exactly what it was trying to do. Of like, let's make Metroid 2 feel as like easy to return to and replayable as, you know, as if you're going to play through all of the, like, if your mentality is I'm gonna play all the 2D Metroids in a row. It's very easy to bring yourself to go Zero Mission, AM2R, Super Metroid, Fusion, Dread, you know.
And I've done it a couple times. That was how I prepared myself.
To do it right here on this live stream show.
Yeah.
Probably in exactly that order.
I think most people did that when Dread came out too. Like, everyone was like, oh, what order do I play the games in to get caught up? And everyone's like, so you're going to want to start with Zero Mission?
Unless you really have like the, you know, the wherewithal and the,
you really just gotta be the type of, you have to be like me. You have to be the type of person who just really likes old video games. If you're not into retro gaming, like retro as in like NES stuff, like if you're not into retro gaming, you're probably not gonna care about Metroid 1 and 2.
You know, I feel like if you were not coming to it from a gamer perspective, but just as like a person who appreciates art, I think that
Play them
you
in
might be
release order.
fascinated by like by Metroid, because like the original Metroid is still a very interesting piece of art,
Yeah.
and you know, consuming it like you are doing with the mapping and everything, like. And I think a lot of your interest in old video games comes from the fact that it is art history. Like,
Yes.
beyond them being fun to play, it's also like, well, this is, you know, a learning experience. Um, but like, so I think that Metroid 1 is the one I would recommend people go to if I don't think that they're like a child who needs to be immediately entertained, you know, like I'm gonna give up on this whole thing if it's not immediately the coolest thing I've ever done, you
Yeah.
know. And that is what I assume most people are going to feel like, you know. So I do usually come at it like recommending stuff with the mentality of like, I'm gonna get you in with a big flashy thing, and then if you like that, we can talk about the real shit, you know.
Yeah.
But
Like I
there
usually
are some people that are just like, no, I'm going straight to the start. Like inherently, that's the way I do it, and I respect that.
I personally feel that because I started with Super Metroid, that's like probably the best way to get new people interested in Metroid. I'm just like, nah, just start with Super, because like the plot
The only
of
problem
these
with that is
games.
that nothing else will top it. Like you'll play Super Metroid and then you'll just be disappointed by all the other games.
Nah, see,
Maybe
that's
Dread
the
has
beauty
made
of it.
that
It's the beauty of it.
less
That's
the
how you get
case.
them hooked. Get people hooked that way. Super Metroid is so fucking good. Be like, oh, I'm a Metroid fan for life now. I gotta sink my teeth into all these fucking things. To start with,
Legitimately, my take, like, because Super Metroid was the one I played last out of the original four, and
yeah.
like my take on it was, wow, I would have been so disappointed by the other ones if I had known this was this good, you know. Like,
See, my concern is like if you start someone with Zero Mission, they're just getting spoiled for what Super Metroid is by playing a slightly less good version of it.
that's true. That's kind of true. I like to think of it as like training wheel Super Metroid though. Like
Yeah.
it's a good practice for, because
Jesus.
Zero Mission is just, there was just a different mentality about who video games are for in the 2000s, I think, or like how to appeal to like a new audience of gamers, you know. Like Nintendo learned a lot of lessons from making a bunch of Kirby games and like easy baby platformers, and I think they applied that to like the whole like nothing on the GBA is hard except for fucking Advance Wars and Tactics Ogre.
I
Like,
don't
if it's
know.
not
You
a
played
tactics
Kirby
game-
and the Amazing Mirror. That one's a bitch.
That's the one. That's the Metroidvania one, right?
Yes.
I think, right?
That was the hardest Kirby game. That's such a pain in the ass.
Kirby Adventure game.
Oh my god.
Hard to figure out where the fuck you're going in that game. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I couldn't wrap my head around the way the world is laid out.
I died
But
constantly.
I've been told
Amazing
it's
Mirror.
meant to be more of like an open world. Like it wasn't like it's the point of it isn't like accomplish thing so much as like explore and just, I don't know. It was confusing
Yeah.
to me. I like I want to
Shit.
play more of Kirby Mass Attack. That game seemed really interesting.
Yes. Oh my god, that one's so cool. I haven't finished it. There's like quite a few Kirby's I haven't finished yet. I've been saying this for a while. I want to bring back like Kirby Month. I want to make that a thing. I want to do like videos on all the Kirby mainline games. Not every spin-off because there's too many of those. Fuck that. But like,
You shouldn't try to do it all in 1 month, probably. But
not all of it. Not all of it. I would take like 3 years, maybe 3 annual Kirby months. How the fuck do I get out of here? This way.
Filthy Gonk said, "Finally, I made it. Good evening, girls in chat."
Yo.
Sync says, "Same except I swapped out AM2R with Samus Returns."
Yeah.
Mate from Space says, "Hello." Desperate Aim says, "Y'all seeing this she everything blowing up."
Oh my god.
Sync said, "I feel like I forget about the Kirby games until I have a friend over." I always got Kirby on the mind. He's one of them boys.
I went through like a whole month-long endeavor of like playing the mainline games back to back and like collecting them like physical copies. That was a good fucking time. Managed to get Dreamland 3 for like half of what it's worth on eBay. And I got Kirby and the Rainbow Curse on the Wii U for free because lady on eBay did not describe it accurately. It arrived with like holes in the box and shit. And she was just like, I'll refund you, just don't send it back, please. I need to get rid of my kid's old shit. Just like, okay.
So is this like you have to get out of this zone before you overheat or something?
So what's happening here is I got locked in a room with the power bomb and this fuel cell that is like very volatile and explosive, and the only way out of the room was to use the power bomb to blow up the wall, which causes the thing to detonate. So I have to get out of this structure before it overheats and explodes.
This is definitely not in Metroid 2 at all.
No. Because the whole self-destruct sequence thing is in like all the other mainline games. It's not in Metroid 2, so they thought it'd be funny to add one here.
Lamu Ui asked, do y'all think a Metroid movie or show would be cool? No. To me, everything that makes Metroid cool is definitional to its existence as a video game. It's just one of those game-ass games that, like, even the games when they try to be too much of movies like Metroid Prime 3 or Other M, like, it just reveals how Metroid can't function. Like, it doesn't have the... It's not that it couldn't function as a film. It would have to be a weird artsy film, though. You know, and like there's already Alien, which is what it's imitating in the first place. So like, if you wanted a Metroid, did you lose? Did you died? Or you won, but you blew up anyway? What happened here?
I did.
Still took you down to 5 health. It's pretty fucked up.
It's intense. Okay, where is the save? There it is.
Lexi Lull said Metroid with dialogue vomit. Yeah, like it even Fusion like feels weird that it has so much text in it, you know. And like it didn't to me the first time I played it as a kid, because that wasn't something I considered like, you know, it was like my first one, so I just was, you know, took it for granted. But then when I came back to play that after playing Super Metroid, it was like, man, this is way less atmospheric. Like this is, it just doesn't feel, the world doesn't feel as interesting because, like, it's, I mean, the setting is kind of weird anyways, but like it lets you know exactly how big it is from the beginning, which is not true of any of the other games. They all have like that feeling of, you can't tell how lost you really are until at some point you realize, actually, you've already been everywhere. And then you're like, oh shit, I know my way around everywhere. And like, it's a really interesting feeling, like that clicking into place feeling. And like, I think that is like almost integral to the Metroid experience to me. And it's not that Fusion has none of that feeling, it just has less of it, you know? And all the dialogue also takes away from that, like, now, granted, it does have like a decently interesting story. Like, I don't think the story of Fusion is bad, and I don't hate the way that it had Samus like think. Like, if they were gonna have Samus do any kind of speaking, I appreciate that it's like inner thoughts / her speaking to a journal. I'm not sure. It's like her to herself on an elevator. She doesn't talk to anybody. The computer talked at her, and she thinks to herself independently in different scenes. She never communicates with the computer. All that was smart. I think in Prime 3 she's just like a silent protagonist, right? But everyone else is talking.
Yeah,
which
I think
is like
so.
Goofy and preposterous. And then Other M is the only one where it's like they tried to make her a whole ass character and she sucks. Just a shitty character in that game. So yeah, I'd prefer that it was the most gamey experience possible, because again, I think what makes these games so interesting is what they tell you about what video games can do, you know, like that video games can create a sense of narrative and character and place all without using any of the trappings that are commonplace. Like no single screenshot of this game looks anything like any movie or any fucking, you know, anime or whatever. Like it just doesn't make sense outside the medium of video games atmospherically. I think taking Metroid out of the realm of video games takes it away from being a Metroid. And like the manga is interesting in that it tells a story in the manga format that like it like informs the way that the world building is in all the games, but you don't really have to take it as canon, and it kind of can't be. Like, parts of it contradict the first game entirely. Like, she goes to Zeb's with 2 other guys in the manga first. Like, I think they maybe die there. I didn't read the whole thing myself, but like, oh, this place is cool as fuck.
Yeah,
I hate that it's underwater, but it looks sick.
some added lore in this game about why this is underwater. It's because like a pipe burst. There's an artificial structure here that was not meant to be.
Music's fucking dope too.
Something I like about this remake is the added like scan feature. It's not too intrusive, but if you want added lore and story context, you can read it, and it does add to the experience. Most of the time. Couple of logbooks in here that are a bit cringy. I really strongly dislike it when they try to add like movie references in there.
Ooh.
It's pretty bad. It's very un-Metroid-like, and I get why. It's because, like, you know, Metroid having inspiration from the Alien movies. By the way, if you want to watch a Metroid movie, just watch Alien and Aliens. That is the Metroid movie. But yeah, it's just so on the nose. It's like there's I don't know where it is, but in this fucking remake, there's a logbook somewhere where it describes a couple of Federation like Marine guys going on a mission here, much like in Aliens, and it even like named them after the Marines from the movie. So like, oh, Lieutenant Vasquez, fucking something something, and then
something with indie devs, they can't help themselves. Like
had like a direct quote from the movie, and not even a quote that's like one of the memorable ones. It was just one of the weird ones where they say like, "Quit your grinning and drop your linen." Remember when they said that? That was fucking weird.
No, I haven't actually seen Alien.
It's an excellent movie. References
I've
don't belong in Metroid.
Commentaries of it, but have not actually seen it.
That's psychotic. Go watch it. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Actually, I've seen the first like 30 minutes, but I was young and I was bored and didn't get it.
First one's a masterpiece, but the second one is like the most badass action thriller ever.
Shit, I feel like I was about to make a point. What were we just saying about that? I was like,
quit your grinning and drop your linen.
Yeah, like I feel like game developers who are not writers, like they only know how to communicate in references to other stories. Like rather than just like say something similar to what the other story said, they have to be like, we're doing a that. Unfortunately, TV writers have this problem too. I don't know what it is with like TV writers have to insistently make references to other TV shows for some reason, and I don't
Stranger
know
Things.
why. Yeah.
Shaka
Even like reference comedy shows, like sometimes they they I don't feel like it was always a thing to point out that you are doing a reference. Like it used to be that you would just do like a thing that was visually similar to another thing, and then if somebody knows that thing, they can be like, oh, that's a that, you know. And now it's like they always, oh, we're doing an Akira, everybody. Like okay, I could tell. I didn't need you to.
Yeah. It just makes me think of a shitty fucking Power Rangers movie from like 9 years ago.
I did not see that one.
It's so fucking bad. It's I've talked shit about it before, I think, on a stream, but I don't know if it was on this channel or not. But I've shit talked the Power Rangers movie a few times. The bit where near the end of the movie, after they have the main villain like eating a Krispy Kreme for 10 seconds, they have a moment where the Red Ranger in his big Megazord picks up a car and throws it. And you notice, like, oh, the car looks like Bumblebee from Transformers. That's kind of a funny little reference. And then after throwing the car, he says, "Sorry, Bumblebee!" And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. It's not cute anymore.
You know, thinking about it, this is just putting this out into the universe. If some Power Rangers involved producer somehow sees this, if y'all want to make a successful Power Rangers movie that people will actually go see, bring back Rita Repulsa.
Oh, they did that.
All you gotta do.
She was the villain.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
She was the
You
bad
fucked
guy.
it up. How did you fuck that up?
They had her eating
I
a
thought that
Krispy
would definitely
Kreme.
work.
They had her go inside a Krispy Kreme during the final battle, and she takes
They
a
already
big, long,
tried.
tasty bite out of a fucking donut. Just like a commercial in the middle of the movie.
The way you said the villain made me think it must be some generic fool, some nobody.
Yes.
But alas.
You fool!
They're fucking up my girl.
Should have been a Duncan. No,
Did
Duncan
they have
was
Lord
worse.
Zed? Did they have the big naked dude, Lord Zed, in there?
Who? Naked dude.
No, Lord Zed. Well, he's like got no skin. He's like a no skin
What
man.
the fuck?
Like a big red guy with like an iron face, and he's who Rita Repulsa works for. Is Lord Zed.
Don't remember
in the
that.
original show.
I haven't seen it since 2017, but yeah, I don't know about that. I remember
That's
the
how they
movie
fucked up.
beginning. Walked into the theater a little bit late, and came in to miss like the little like prologue that shows Zordon doing something. I don't know what. But did get there just in time to see the scene immediately following that, where there's like some farmer talking about how like, oh, something upset the animals or whatever. And he's like, all right, I just got done milking the cow, and he's like, that's not a cow, that's a bull. Like implying that the guy jerked off the cow. Fucking
Yeah. Okay. I remember you mentioning this.
yeah. Power Rangers movie
Yeah,
that starts with
yeah.
someone jerking a cow.
Doesn't make any fucking sense. And it's horrifying. I'm gonna read a whole bunch of chat.
Good.
Mayday from Space said Nintendo forgets about Kirby games until they have to beg Sakurai for another Smash Bros. Felix Vid says Kirby and Metroid both peaked on the SNES. No.
Metroid, yes.
Maybe Metroid, but Kirby, I don't know about that.
My favorite.
Zinc said
I have
Kirby
like a few
64,
different
Dreamland
favorite
3, and
Kirbys.
Forgotten Land are the ones I'm most interested in.
Forgotten Land is epic. It's so good.
Kirby 64 fucking rules. Also, Return to Dreamland's really fucking good.
Return to Dreamland is great. Underrated one gotta be Planet Robobot. Planet Robobot is a goddamn masterpiece. I'll sing that one's praises to high heaven. Play Kirby Planet Robobot on the 3DS. It is peak. I didn't even know about it at first. Like I literally just like opened my 3DS around my birthday, went to the eShop to see what was on there, just fucking bored. And it told me, oh, your birthday's coming up. We'll give you a discount on one of these select first-party Nintendo games. I'm like, okay. And I played the demo of Planet Robobot, and it was fucking awesome. So I got it at a discount, and I loved the shit out of it, and I still do. Planet Robobot fucking rules. Kirby gets a mech. It looks like Gurren Lagann. And then after you beat it, you get to replay the whole game in a speedrun mode where you play as Meta Knight. Fucking rules. It's the best.
Felix Vid says, I always picture a Metroid movie like some kind of tokusatsu thing, given the boss designs in Super. Aside from the Alien movies, there's one other main aesthetic influence that is undersung for Metroid, which is Space Cobra, Space Adventure Cobra, the manga and anime. Cobra was the original gun arm man, and there's somebody has a video on YouTube that talks about the influence. It basically points out that like Samus is like a combination of the main characters of Cobra, but like particularly the way all the alien designs are, and like the idea of it being this kind of wacky looking like sci-fi pulp universe is extremely Cobra-esque. And I think that I could kind of imagine, like, because Cobra's, how would I describe him? His adventures have the tone of like 007, or, you know, like it feels like a James Bond kind of thing, but he's like just like a guy in space. Like he just kind of runs into beautiful women and ends up helping them with their weird, crazy space problems, you know. So It's like a Lupin the Third, but less of like a bad guy. Just a random fucking hero in space. And so I could see Samus having like those kinds of random adventures. Maybe if it was like the Mandalorian, that might actually be a good example
Yeah.
of how Samus could be done. And it would have to be a show. Like doing it as a movie would. There's just too much. Like a movie needs a good story. A show doesn't necessarily need that, unless it's an art house film. But then people. You can't I can't imagine being able to fund an art house Metroid movie, but I could imagine funding a Metroid Mandalorian type show.
I was so disappointed when The Mandalorian was like very quickly turned into a plot-driven show. It's like very short. It was. I watched the first few episodes and I thought this would be really like badass if this is like a 100 episode long like episodic just Western type thing, like just the Lone Ranger kind of deal. Just make him a funny space cowboy who goes on adventures with his little baby Yoda thing. And no, it's because it was too successful. It has to tie into all this other shit. It has to be this big fucking deal. It has to be like integral to the Star Wars lore, and Luke Skywalker has to be in it. The CGI Skinwalker face. Have to like have cameos from everyone. Have Boba Fett, have Ahsoka in there. Fuck it, whatever. Barney the dinosaur, I don't care. Bo-Katan. I didn't know who. I didn't know who Bo-Katan was.
Bo-Katan?
No, listen. I didn't know who she was when The Mandalorian was coming out. I watched
the chick with the dreadlocks, right?
She's the fucking.
I'm making shit up.
Okay.
I have no idea who Bo-Katan
is. Okay, good. I was gonna say I'm shocked you know, but okay. You're fucking with me.
Name.
Thank goodness you're fucking with me, cause no, I didn't know who Bo-Katan was until after the fact. I watched the Clone Wars with my friend Haley, cause she fucking loves the Clone Wars, and only then did I get context for who the hell Bo-Katan was. And Bo-Katan is like a piece of shit, like a murderous, violent asshole. And then in The Mandalorian, suddenly she's like the good guy reclaiming their lost land or whatever. I'm like, this is shitty. She like almost becomes like the pseudo main character in season 3 of The Mandalorian. Pisses me off. It's like I had assumed it was some like fan service thing I was missing out on. Like, oh, who's this character everybody knows and loves that I don't know? I didn't know. She just sucks. No one really liked her. I don't know why they did that.
Probably they just were like, all right, we need another woman character. What's another woman character Star Wars character? If I Google Star Wars woman and I keep scrolling, eventually I reach Bo-Katan. All right.
It sucks too because the clone, like
100 Star Wars fans, and figure out how many have heard of Bo-Katan. If the number's over 50, we run with it.
Sucks too because it's like the fan service thing, because like Dave Jabroni, the guy who did the fucking Clone Wars, he's directing Mandalorian or whatever, so it's like all his characters from Clone Wars have to come back in live action now. And the show takes place like fucking 30 years after Clone Wars, so everyone's like old and fat now.
How do you feel about Clone Wars? Do you like the Clone Wars show?
The Clone Wars is weird. It's like, I feel it's a little overrated just because it does have quite a few duds. Like, it's kind of an anthology, and at least a third of it just outright sucks. Like, I would describe, like, at some point, it did pick up and get really fucking cool and interesting. Took a hot minute longer than I expected, but, yeah, I would describe the first half of the Clone Wars as being, like a... I don't know, it's like a weird, serious, like, melodrama, but for babies. And then the second half is like a baby show for like adults who like serious melodrama. So it's really strange. I don't think at any point it becomes like high art or anything, but you know, it just, at some point like a switch is flipped and it goes from being kind of obnoxious to being like legitimately great television, just like a really fucking good time.
I definitely think that when it comes to like general consensus from fans, when something is above their expectations, they will always praise it like significantly more than if it was just good. You know, like I feel almost
it is shocking how good it got.
Like almost anything that is made for kids and is actually good, like people will talk about it like it is the greatest thing ever, and it's like usually those people don't really like a lot of adult media. Like they probably just like are kind of slowly acclimating to more adult media, but ultimately want something that reminds them of the childish stuff they just already liked, just isn't as childish, you know? Like it's very rare that that stuff, like, to me actually is at that level of like, well, it's like it is legitimately one of the best things, you know? Like for instance, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is for the most part not legitimately one of the best things. It is surprisingly good for a kids show. You know, it's like a cute show. It's, oh my god, I just remembered the fucking 15th anniversary happened. I totally whiffed it.
I was kind of wondering if you had something in the works on that. It's really funny that you just forgot.
Totally, I had too much other shit going on. I was in the throes of probably making the fucking Samus versus Samus on the 10th, wasn't I? This was like 12 days ago.
That's true.
I was probably still Let me go look. Actually, when did I put that out? Because I feel like it would have been right around then. I probably put that shit out, and then it was like 2 days to the 10th, and I was like, there's no way I can do anything in the next 2 days. It's gonna like mean anything. But yeah, it had its 15th anniversary. Also, I just don't want to have to fucking watch the whole show, which I feel like I would have to. Because it is not that amazing. And like the way people would talk about it at the time, like kind of what ended up putting me apart from the fan base was that they talked about it like it was legitimately the best show ever made. And I was like, guys, it's really cool. Like mostly what made it so cool was that the fan base made so much cool shit about it, you know. But like there was always neat stuff coming out of the fan base, and like a lot of the episodes are good, but on like a week by week basis, it's like if an episode kind of sucks, then I'm not spending that week thinking, oh, My Little Pony is the greatest fucking show ever. I'm spending that week thinking that episode kind of sucked. What else is good? Like what's a good thing I can watch now, you know? Fucking Rick and Morty was airing at the same time. That was a better show. It was, you know?
Yeah. For sure.
Just better. It was just on average higher quality. Not to knock My Little Pony spine.
Made me think of something kind of funny, which is one of my friends, her fucking sister was like a huge My Little Pony fan back when that was airing, and she like showed me this clip. She's like, yeah, so like my sister came up to me one day just being like, this episode of My Little Pony is so fucking awesome, it's like Dragon Ball Z, look at this, and showed me this clip, and I watched the clip and I'm like,
I know exactly what you're talking
you know
about.
exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just like, yeah, that's I probably would have had the same reaction of just
that was literally that was how I left the fandom, was exactly what you're describing.
Yeah.
That scene. Because it was the season 4 finale, and I thought it was like kind of mid, like it's fine. It's a fine episode, but it's mostly like fan service of like a what if Twilight had a big epic DBZ battle with another, you know, monster. And I was like, that's fun and cool, but it's not better than watching Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
You know, like I could go watch a shonen anime. Like I don't need that from My Little Pony. That's not what the show. It's not its specialty. It's not its strength. You know.
Yeah.
And so, like the fact that I was kind of down on that episode, and like a lot of people were super hype about it. So me being down about it when it just came out, you know, to a lot of those people, they treat it like I just rained on their parade. You know. Like,
yeah.
And so, just getting like that kind of upset response to that episode at the very end of the season made me like, and at that point I had been integrating anime videos in with the pony videos. So for like maybe 4 or 5 months, I'd been doing like as many anime videos as pony videos. But the way that the people reacted to my season 4 coverage, I was like, I'm not coming back for season 5. Like, y'all fucking suck. Y'all make this suck to do. You know, like the way you react, like just the childishness of.
Like, I watched the clip and I'm like, this fight scene, sure, I guess it's impressive in the context of you've watched like 500 episodes of My Little Pony, and then all of a sudden they had like a decent fight scene. I was like, yeah, in comparison to everything else in the show, it's epic, but like, it's not that great in the grand scheme of things. Like, someone coming up to me, like I've never watched My Little Pony, and they just go up to be like, dude, it's so fucking cool, you have to see this. I'd be like,
Yeah, I'm fucking... Like, I'm thinking of... If somebody comes up to me and they're like, you have to see this fight scene, I'm expecting the Raid Redemption. Like, I'm expecting fucking, you know, some kind of old kung fu movie or some shit. Like,
it'd be like if I showed someone
My Little Pony flash animation fucking laser blasts. I'm like, this is Dr. Octagonopus, like, but purple.
I haven't thought about Dr. Octagonopus in a hot minute. Holy shit.
Octagonopus, blah!
Dr. Octagonopus, blah! I love those fucking videos. Oh my god.
They're pretty great.
They're awesome. What was I just gonna say? I was gonna say something about ponies or some shit. Fuck. I'm underwater. Fuck, I forgot. I forgot what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, someone said something about Kirby in the chat. What was it? Felix said Robobot is good, but it doesn't have Superstar's snappy movement. Yeah, that's like most Kirby games though, because Superstar was like the fast one. Like it just was the fast one, and a lot of the other Kirby games are not that, and they're still good. Like, I don't know.
The conversation around Kirby is very similar to around Metroid, where it's like there's the controls people who are like, but this one has the best controls, and it's like, well, okay, but that's not. I like Kirby 64. Like, there's people who hate that game because it is slow. It is just pointedly slow, and it's like, it's not a game about going fast. It's a game about being cute and colorful and drinking in the atmosphere and fucking combining superpowers and going back through levels to find the thing you fucking missed earlier. Like,
it's like I have a tendency to be a bit more critical of stuff like I don't know, like Zelda the Wind Waker, where I'm like, this is like a cool Zelda game, but it is missing a lot of shit. Like, it's unfinished.
Just not finished.
It's just unfinished, and it's not as good as like a bunch of the other 3D Zeldas. It's not
they
like
should have
the bad
actually
one.
remade that game instead of just an HD remake. Like,
They should have done
the
a sequel
speed sail
to it.
was really cool. They should have rebuilt half the fucking islands. They should have literally completed the islands.
Yes.
6 of them are just like 5 rocks, like, and you shoot a cannon at some guys. And
The reason I brought that up, the reason I bring up Wind Waker, is because that is an example. That's a prime example of a game that is very beloved because of vibes over function. Like, the vibes are just so fucking precious and awesome that it is like a beloved
soundtrack.
It's a beloved classic. Yeah. Even though it's like mechanically it's a little fucked. It's a little like significantly like worse than some of the other ones. You know. Like, I just get bored. Like, I can play Twilight Princess again. I can play Ocarina of Time again and have a good time. When I try to play Wind Waker, I usually get bored around the 3rd temple. And that's kind of sad. It's just like the vibes are so fucking good. I cannot fault anyone for being like, Wind Waker's like the best Zelda, it's my favorite. I'm like, well, I listen to that fucking music. I totally get it. And I feel like Kirby is a series where I am that guy, where I'm like, okay, I know, but like the vibes though. Like, I know this Kirby game is like slow and extremely easy and it's for babies, but like, have you like just existed in Kirby's Dream Land for like a minute? Like, have you just felt it for a second? Because it's kind of amazing.
Yeah, Kirby's Dream Land's awesome. Nightmare in Dreamland, also awesome. That's one of those cases where, like, similar to Metroid, like, your instinct is, well, Nightmare in Dreamland's the better remake, so obviously just play that. And it's like, I've played both, and they're both really good. Like, in fact, I've played Nightmare in Dreamland probably like 10 times because it's like a 2-hour game.
Yeah.
And I've also played the original because it's the most gorgeous NES game that there is.
It's
and,
amazing.
Like,
even if it has a bit of
well.
lag, a bit of slowdown.
True. But I kind of slowdown has an aesthetic to it as well that I kind of appreciate.
I love NES
I'm one
games.
of those weirdos. But I'm also the type of person who, like, if I'm listening to the radio and, like, it starts intercepting another station and, like, the songs start morphing into each other, I'm like, fuck yeah. This is getting awesome.
Oh my god, yes. That's like the real... That's like the real juice of it, right? Is when you're all into... Oops, did I just turn off my fucking suit? What did I do? Okay, good, I got it. No, that's the real fucking meat of it, though, is like having old shit, like old retro stuff. When I'm fucking with the NES game, and like the cartridge is a little old, it's a little dirty, so the game, like the pins don't connect fully, and the game like starts, and I can hear the music, but the title screen's all fucked up. There's a bunch of like numbers, like 9s and 7s, and a bunch of like fucked up graphics floating around. I can see like bits and pieces of the Contra logo here and there, but it's not like fully formed. And I'm like, shit, and I wiggle the cartridge around, and it starts to get a little, the picture's a little more clear, but then it freezes, and I hear the music going, eh. I'm like, so I hit the reset button, and now it's a little closer, but then, oh, the screen goes gray, and now it's flashing blue, now it's flashing green. It's like that kind of shit you just don't get with emulators. Like, it's not the same. You're not holding the physical thing in your hand. It doesn't have the static. It doesn't have the glitches. It's just not the same thing. And it makes me sad. It makes me sad that one day that's going to be completely lost forever, and no one is going to feel the kerchunk or the bzzz of any of this stuff ever again.
That's okay.
I'm the number one Kerchunk fan in the world.
There's people out there who cannot fucking believe that we've never experienced churning butter, because they're like, how could you? That's like the staple of life. Like, that's what you do in the morning. You get up, you churn. Like, how do you not? The fuck is wrong with you? You never churn. All these moments will be lost.
Bro, you never churn.
Here, in rain.
Bro, you never churn.
You seen Blade Runner?
One time, and I was half asleep.
Oh, you gotta rewatch that.
I agree. Great. Yeah, first time I saw it was actually in high school, and showing it to us in like 30-minute chunks, which is not the ideal way to watch it. Also, that was the class that I normally slept through, so you know I was sleeping.
By the way, that it's like the director's cut, but the original director's cut.
Oh, I know all about
the,
that.
10th director's cut.
I think is it the Ultimate Edition or something else?
I'm not sure, because they started adding in like CGI shit later. Like, it's not even that it's like bad. It's just it's one of those why this movie. It's the wrong. The original director's cut is a very good movie that needed no alteration.
We got a George Lucas it up. I got another dinosaur. I have a really fat dinosaur that walks in front of the camera and goes, "Mmm." You want us to like have it roar when they're talking? No, just like space it out so the roars are only happening when they're not talking. Like, anyone who's ever noticed that? The CGI lizards in Star Wars. Like, the moment C-3PO finishes his sentence, the thing roars for exactly the length of time that no one is talking.
That is incredibly Lucas-brained.
Yeah.
Just every scene is so dense, there's just so much going on.
It makes it feel like the droids are patiently waiting for the lizard to stop roaring so they can talk more. Beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Oh, I don't like to look at this at all. Me neither, 3PO. I don't like it either. Looks like shit. It's bad CGI.
I brought up Blade Runner because I assume you've probably heard that famously the bad guy, the actor, ad-libbed the ending of his line.
Oh.
Where he's telling this whole story about all his memories that he's got and how they're all gonna, be gone because he's dying and nobody will ever know all that shit happened. And he describes all this shit that we have no idea what any of it means because it wasn't stuff that happened in the movie. And then he ends it all by saying, all those moments will be lost. And then the part he improvised, like tears in rain, because it's all raining and shit.
That's awesome.
It's a real good scene. It's one of those movie quotes that has been quoted 1 billion times, and should be, because it's really good.
It's epic.
Zink said, I would play Return to Dreamland and Epic Yarn at a friend's house growing up. Hell yeah.
Love those games. They're so good.
Epic Yarn is top tier friend What's the friend slop? Yeah, that's what we call it now.
Yeah.
Multiplayer games, that's what we call them now. Friend slop.
Any multiplayer game.
Felix Vid said Robo. Oh, I already read that. Mayday said, I think there's a lot of meat missed out on moving Samus around that much. I really like her developing her relationship with the planet she's on. Which I do think it would be interesting if the games incorporated more of like environmental changes, like Samus doing things that change the environment. The Prime games play with that a bit more, and they also have way more environmental storytelling because you can scan fucking literally anything in Prime and get like a lore dump about it. But there's not a ton of stuff. Well, that's not true. In the first Prime, like after you beat the first boss, all of the water stops being toxic in the Chozo ruins, so that's like a pretty big shift to the environment. But other than that, there's like a part where you put out the power in this one facility after you get the X-ray visor. But it's usually about Samus evolving the way she moves through the world, not usually about changing the world itself. But I think they could definitely incorporate some of that in like the Mega Man X kind of way, where if you've never played Mega Man X, like depending on what order you do the stages in, certain stages will change, and it's really neat. Guilty Gonk said, it took bringing Darth Maul back for the show to start picking up steam. Some arcs are phenomenal than some of the little babies.
Oh yeah, the part in Clone Wars where Darth Maul finds his long lost brother named Savage Opress. And I was like, that is the stupidest fucking name I've ever heard. And then the guy was like the coolest character in the show and made Darth Maul look like garbage by comparison. And I was like, okay, yeah, this show is good now. Let's go.
Your stuff is cool. I don't think I've heard of DWK.
Darth Maul fucking sucks.
Guilty Gonk said, Trixie, I feel the same way about Star Wars. Not that I'm a creator, but I like the franchise for what it is. But half of everyone I talk to says Last Jedi killed their dog, and it's just grating. The only thing I do when I wake up is grind.
Last Jedi is the third best Star Wars movie. It's pretty fucking good.
There's lots of Last Jedi lovers out there. You could find those long ass defense analysis videos, just like you could find those long ass fucking hater videos.
The 14-hour
that asshole
review.
Vito built his whole career off of fucking shitting on The Last Jedi.
God, so many fucking shud loser fucking. I could use more harsh words. People have built their careers on hating Star Wars. Please fucking die. Hashtag not my Star Wars. Go away. Lowest tier of human.
But Guilty Gonk, you are a creator. As per my latest short, I believe, was the one called Everyone is a Creator. But I do think I something I want to try to affect with my content. Like if I could affect a social change, I would like people to always regard themselves as creators and therefore always regard themselves as having the responsibility of a creator.
Yeah.
Because you can create things, just simply put, and like not doing so is kind of not taking responsibility for your ability to do so. So like I really think that like it's easy to say I'm not a creator and then exclude yourself from having to do it, you know, but like what if you had to do it? Like on a social level, what if I was telling you you know, to earn human respect, you must regard yourself as a creator. Like I don't know. I think it's something that people should be more considerate of, the fact that you do in fact use creativity all the time. You have to. It's like you can't live without it. It's not, you cannot live a life with no innovation whatsoever. Because you are unique. You are in your own position. Nobody can be standing where you are standing. It's impossible. You cannot overlap, if that makes sense. Desperate Ain't said we're all just cartridges in the NES of life.
Trying to get that shit to work.
A funnier character than we've had before. C Cypher said, "Oh damn, y'all started streaming while I was getting food, so I missed the notification." all good. You're here now in the house.
Damn.
Partying down. I've got my fucking stuffed all the way through pizza. It's not just stuffed crust, it's stuffed like to like the whole way, I guess. It doesn't really seem like there's actually much cheese in there, but it's a stuffed pizza.
Fuck. I'm just a little bit lost, don't worry. I'll figure it out. This happens sometimes. I haven't played this game as much as the other ones. It's just what happens when you're new to Metroid. You know, there's a good reason why I haven't played this one as much as the others. As great as this game is, fucking too many Metroids. Too many Metroids. Those fights are all the same. Fucking annoying. I don't want to fight the same Metroid 30 times.
Mayday said, wouldn't it be like a cheese pizza on top of another pizza? I mean, I get it's more like a calzone of just cheese that happens to have a pizza on top of it, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't really resemble two slices so much as that there is an enclosure, and the cheese goes decently far into the pizza, but it doesn't go all the way to the end. So it's not like two slices. It's like, it's as though the crust has a big cheese bubble section in it, if that makes sense.
What the fuck am I doing?
Guilty Gonk had said, thank you, Giga, holy shit, but I don't know what about.
Probably The Last Jedi.
Oh, yeah.
I am a certified Last Jedi enjoyer, and I didn't start out that way. I did buy into the propaganda for a little bit, till I realized it was propaganda, and that the new Star Wars movies are no worse than any of the other ones. They just have the illusion of being worse because I think the difference is that people are just so used to knowing what corporate Disney slop looks like, that it's like easier to perceive it as corporate slop, as if Star Wars wasn't always that, like, to some extent. It's always selling toys. It's always why everything was the way it was. Gotta sell these fucking toys.
I don't think nearly as many people dislike new Star Wars as people have made money off of performatively disliking new Star Wars.
It's also correct. It seems really common. That's because nerds can't shut up about their opinions, and it's mostly nerds who fell for that stuff. Average person, average moviegoer does not give a fuck.
Most of those people are not being sincere. Like, they simply don't actually have those opinions. They're like, this will make me money, you know, like...
Yeah.
Like Vito, that guy does not care. He does not give a single fuck about whether Star Wars is good. He saw an opportunity to complain about it, and it got him 5 million views. You know, like, by his own description, it was a grift. And that's just the one who's dumb enough to admit what he's doing. Zarakio said, I've been crafting a Magic the Gathering deck while listening to y'all, and I'm super curious if Magic is, like, at all worth getting into, right? Like, I feel like I hear Magic the Gathering fans bitch exclusively. Like, I never hear people talk about how great Magic is. I hear people talk about how bad Magic is.
You're the lucky one. I'm not into Magic at all, and like, all of my friends cannot shut the fuck up about Magic. It's actually torture.
Really interesting.
I hate it when people start talking about Magic the Gathering. It's so goddamn boring. Because they can talk about it forever because there's an infinite amount of it. So they'll just keep talking all these strategies, and it is the most boring goddamn thing to listen to if you're not invested in the game. I think even if I did play it, I wouldn't care.
Do you think you could get invested in Magic?
No. I've tried like 8 times because my friends wouldn't shut the fuck up about it and be like, Krona, I think you'd like it if you tried it. I'm like, yeah, probably. And like, I've played the game. I've played it with them many times. And every time I say, that was neat. And then I don't care anymore.
Do you think you could get into Pokemon cards?
I mean, I have some. I don't know. I don't really give a shit. I just don't give a fuck about card games. Like, not my style at all. I like board games way more.
Interesting. I definitely prefer card games to board games.
Board games are so cool though, because they have all the like, I mean, especially like modern board games, where they're essentially like strategy video games in the form of cardboard and plastic. It's just fun, it's satisfying.
Some of them are cool. There's so fucking many of them. I don't like having to learn a shitload of new rules like to a game. You know, like if it's relatively straightforward or it could be explained in like 5-10 minutes, then that's cool. But like a lot of those board games are just so fucking elaborate. It's like just the setup time is already a commitment, and then you start playing and it's like, I'm gonna be doing this all day. Like, this is where I'm gonna be, is at this table. Not good for your back.
Yeah, that's true.
Board games, not the best seating experience.
These fucking
Like I said, now is probably the worst time to get into it as a new player. Well, then I won't. I wouldn't be a new player. I'd be an OG returning, because I played Magic when I was 5, when it was new, and I loved it, and me and my mom would play it together, and then she got pregnant with Shade and pretty much lost all time to do that kind of thing. Like, and Victor was too young to read, so I couldn't get him into it. So it was just literally like, Shade was born, Magic the Gathering left my life. And like, I think my mom was trying to get me to play it with like older people, because it was mostly played by older people, you know, like some of my dad's friends played it and stuff. But I was fucking 5, and socially awkward as it was, there was no way I was getting into that. But then Pokemon cards came out, and like, were basically just Magic cards, but with Pokemon, and they were like somewhat easier to understand. And by the time Pokemon came out, Victor was old enough to... He couldn't, like, really read, but I could explain to him what the cards said and do, and he would be able to play with me. So I ended up playing way more Pokemon cards than I had ever played Magic. It was like 4 solid years of being heavy into Pokemon cards, going to the league and everything. On weekends.
I don't know, my fascination with board games definitely started when I was little, just because we had a lot of them. Like, my family had a bunch of them, and some of them were really weird. They had like that one, I forget what it's called, it's like, I think it's something like Dead End Drive, where it's like a board game about trying to like murder each other. And it's like the board has little props on it of like little booby traps, like knocking characters down the stairs and shit like that. I don't know, it was funny. It's like Clue, but like more, I guess, graphic in its theming.
Zink said, damn, was Magic like the first TCG? I don't think it was the first one that existed, but it was definitely the first like massively popular trading card game. And it's like, Wizards of the Coast were originally like the baseball card developers, I think. Like, it was just like a baseball card team that realized, hey, we could make like a game out of cards, you know. And then yeah, Magic came about in like the mid 90s, I think. And then Wizard also developed Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! So they basically are card games, you know, in that sense, or trading card games. I think they might have even done the DBZ card game. I know there's like a Digimon one that's popular. I don't know if they did that though. Now there's a name I haven't seen in a long time. Mayday from Space said, I collected HeroClix statues as a kid.
What? I'm so confused. Not. Where the fuck do I go?
WizKids HeroClix, a collectible miniature game using the Click system that centers on the world of superhero comic books, especially DC and Marvel universes. DC and Marvel in the same game? That's crazy. Yeah, they're like little, they're smaller than amiibos. They're like, more like Bakugan, but it's just like a little miniature figure on a standee that has like numbers and shit on it. And, they're pretty cute. They got Lord of the Rings guys in here. They got like everybody. I guess it was just like every fucking IP that they could that Wizard could strike a deal with, they probably made a Hero Clicks out of. Mayday says it was fucking awesome. I had no idea. Never played it. I remember seeing them though. The kinds of places that would have like mech warriors and fucking what are they called? Warhammer.
Oh god. Yeah, I have some friends who are also Warhammer fans. This is interesting.
You got the deepest nerds in the fucking universe on your click. Magic, fucking Warhammer, like damn.
Every fucking trans girl but me likes magic. I don't understand.
I don't know. I haven't actually met a trans girl who's into magic yet, like in person.
I feel like I've only met them. It's so bizarre.
The trans girls I've met have been into mostly classic video games and Go. I knew a girl who was very into Go. Taught me how to play. Go is pretty awesome.
That's wild.
Not gonna lie. It was because she had used to be into chess, but then she was like, well, chess got like solved and Go is unsolvable, so it's like a higher tier. It's literally just like a higher skill ceiling.
Did I miss this one? Did I not go in this tube earlier? Where is this tube? Oh my fucking god. Is this where I was supposed to go the whole time?
Whoa.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't remember this.
Yeah, this is new.
I definitely feel like this game took cues from Axiom Verge with some of its like visual approach. Although I feel like this was not actually that much newer than Axiom Verge now that I think about it. So maybe not.
I mean, this was in development well before that one came out.
For sure.
I can't even use my missiles. Fuck. I can use my screw attack. Not bombs though.
D-Cypher said I've lost twice to Mahjong. Now that's an interesting one to lose somebody to. I know some of those.
Lost one to
The
Mahjong.
the Saki to Mahjong pipeline. If you'd ever heard of the anime Saki, it's like cute girls do Mahjong, and it's very fun even if you don't know anything about Mahjong, like because it's presented like an over-the-top sports anime.
Girl, I forgot about this shit. Maybe this is Axiom Verge.
But yeah, lots of people will watch Saki and then like get interested in Mahjong, and then they get deep into it, and then they realize how utterly preposterous the show is, because it's like it is deliberately like superhero Mahjong. Like, and again, it's one of those things that you don't completely understand. Like, you can kind of get that the characters are saying that the stuff that's happening is ridiculous, like in the show, but like the main character Saki basically has a superpower where she can always create a circumstance where she just barely loses. And it's like, and she keeps getting the same results every single time she plays, like, which is literally impossible in real life. Like, there's just no, it's so utterly infeasible that this could be a thing a person could do, that it's like it's like the show is on, like, at the start just announcing to you like this is all going to be preposterous, you know, but it's like fantasy for people who are into Mahjong to like see, okay, like imagine these fantastical, you know, hands getting played. Like, imagine if a game went this way, it would be legendary, you know. It's totally unrealistic. But yeah, it's a fun show regardlessly of understanding literally what's happening at all, just because it's full of cute characters and big energy. Great songs also.
Sounds just like Sangatsu no Lion. How I don't know the game Shogi, so I had no idea what the fuck they were doing with the game, but that doesn't really matter.
Sangatsu is way more like dramatic. Like, Sangatsu will have like whole multi-episode shogi matches, but it's mostly like the internal monologues, and then there's like lots of stuff that's just not shogi. Saki is just mahjong. Like it's just cute girls doing mahjong, but it's set up like a tournament sports anime. You know, where it's like all the high schools meet in one place. They all have their own team. Each team's full of wacky characters. Like, and they all have their own like ridiculous special skill. Which, again, in a luck-based game like mahjong, it doesn't make sense for characters to have special skills, but that is the gimmick. That's what makes it a show.
That sounds just dandy.
It is. Taking me way back to like 2009.
I have a gravity suit. This wasn't even in old Metroid 2.
I'm learning mahjong so I could beat a Yakuza side quest. Gotta read Akagi, the ultimate mahjong manga. There is a mahjong match, one match, that was being published for like 20 years.
What?
Like the climactic final mahjong battle of this manga took 20 years to unfold in publication. Like it's like 6 volumes or some shit, like I don't know, 10 volumes, whatever. However long 20 years worth of probably once a month publications is compiled into.
Shit like that is exactly why I insist on binge reading every manga ever. Just wait for it to be done. What the fuck is this? Why is this here? Do
And
I
of
need
course,
ice?
if you don't want to read Akagi because it's about mahjong, I do recommend Kaiji from the same author. It also has like a 50-episode anime. Kaiji is about like different. Basically, each arc there's a new made-up gambling game that Kaiji has to survive against some kind of evil rich person, and it's pretty like dark and very thrilling. It's out of any anime I've ever seen, Kaiji is the most I can't put it down. Like every episode you watch, you're like, I have to put on the next episode right now. Bingeable, that's the one I want.
Yeah.
It is the most bingeable anime I've ever seen. I think Genkutsuo is up there too. But Genkutsuo is more like the episodes could be kind of boring, but then like right at the end some crazy shit happens. You're like, well, now I gotta fucking know where's that gonna lead, you know? Kaiji is more just like constantly tense. You're just like, oh fuck, man. All the way through. Crystalline Foes just beat the fucking Yakuza spider from Metroid Fusion. The hardest part of the fucking game.
I think that's the second hardest.
After what?
Nightmare.
Mm.
The gravity monster.
Oh, yeah.
That thing absolutely destroys me every time I play the game. It's really ominous too, because there's a part early on in the game where you can see its shadow moving around before like you even know that it exists. Like you can see it fucking moving around. And you're like, what is that? Everything in Fusion. It's like I have my complaints with Fusion. I think it's probably the weakest of the 2D Metroids. Well, okay, not counting Samus Returns. Samus Returns is the worst one, but okay. Fusion's like the 5th best Metroid, right? Like 5th or 6th best Metroid.
This one more than Fusion?
You like this one more?
Or are you saying you like this one more? AM2R. Or were you not counting?
Yeah, I like this one better. Fusion just has a lot of shit that rubs me the wrong way. I'm fighting Ceres right now, holy shit. This actually fits, this makes sense with the lore because Ceres was in Fusion, implying that this thing is native to SR388.
I see.
Whoop.
Oh yeah, I remember now. The water level.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
Yes, it's Akio Burai Kaiji Ultimate Survivor. That is the one you want.
I know what the logic was with Fusion, where they're just like, oh, like Metroid is like old school, and like all the players have grown old and they have jobs and they don't want to like fuck with like a game they're gonna be stuck on for weeks on end. Like they want something that, you know, can be finished in a bit of a timely manner. Just want to make a game that just tells you where to go all the time. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's just like worse. Like that's just I'm an adult with a job, and I think that's way worse.
I think the mentality with that game was that it was 6, because there's like 6 sectors you go to.
Yeah.
And I think they were looking at it as like each time you sit down with this game, you'll probably complete a sector and then put it down. Because it's, you know, it's a mobile game.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's the wrong word. Handheld, that's the one.
Fucking, this sucks. Why can't I hit this fucking thing?
Dracula, I did not watch Kakegurui. Bird did. God. Seemed to enjoy it enough. What was the last anime I watched?
God, fucking jump! Oh my god. I pushed the button like 8 times there.
When's the last time you watched a whole anime?
A whole anime? Oh god, I don't know. I started watching a bunch of them this year and didn't finish any.
Same. Mostly because of Nova's anime review, where I watched all those first episodes and then did not continue any of them because YouTube took my video down and I went, fuck anime.
Yeah, that was painful. I don't think I've hit this thing a single goddamn time.
Like with anything you watched at all, not necessarily that it was new, but just that you
I haven't watched any new anime. I don't watch like seasonal shit. I haven't done that in years. That shit sucks. Have to wait for everyone to like. I have to wait for every show to finish, and then for people to say which shows are worth watching. And I don't even do that because I just don't pay attention to anime stuff.
A new season just started a couple weeks ago. I don't know one single thing that's in it though. So I'm gonna go look. One Punch Man season 3 is on apparently.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's ass.
And Spy Family season 3. Boku no Hero's final season is happening. That's crazy.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad at everything that's happening right now. Oh, okay.
Sequels to shit I never heard of.
I'll just do that, I guess.
Panda's got an anime now. It's a shonen jump manga. Ranma 1/2 is continuing.
It's funny what happens when I use my brain.
I'm trying to see if anything that looks good at all is coming out right now. And it doesn't seem like it so far. As I scroll down the list of shows. This looks like some kind of Kamen Rider send up. Tojima Tanzaburo wa Kamen Rider ni narita. Okay, yeah, guy wants to be Kamen Rider. It is literally Kamen. God, this all looks like dog shit. 6th season of Kingdom. And the interspecies romance show. I know somebody who'll be into that. There's a new Digimon came out. Digimon Beat Break.
Finally.
Looks kind of looks sick actually.
Yeah. I think it was Deep Sea Fish who told me about that one. Sent me like the teaser trailer, and I was like, wow, it looks very purple.
Yeah, the imagery on the Mal is also extremely purple. Yeah, it's a whole new Digimon. It looks like started on the 5th. Well, that's neat. That's literally the best looking thing I've seen so far in this fucking list, which is not a good sign. I'm not even like a big Digimon fan, and I'm like, that's the best looking thing on the list.
Shit talking Digimon, I see.
Oh no, not at all. Psy-Viz, The Sound of Heroes.
Next we watch anime video coming at you, Trixie the Golden Witch, on why Digimon is shit for dumb idiots. Your anime sucks, Digimon.
Just gotta watch the. I already did Digimon.
The sequel to I Hate Digibro. I Hate Digimon. Why the Fuck
This
that I
show
don't.
called Ganglion has like kind of a cool looking poster.
Ganglion.
Not well rated so far. Oh, it's 3 episodes. Yeah, they hate that on now.
Oh yeah, new Ranma 1/2. Heard that's good. Zinc just brought that up. Gonna watch new Ranma.
Fourth season of Osamatsu's. No, new Ranma does not look interesting to me.
Ranma. You don't watch Ranma.
Ranma.
You
There's a
ain't
new,
watching it.
new Precure. Kimito Idol Precure.
What?
Oh, no, that started in February. It's just still going. Never mind.
What? Kirito Idol Precure? What?
Kirito's an idol now. And a Precure. There's literally not one new anime that I am at all interested in watching, looking at this list. Which is shocking to me because it's usually there's something. Like, one thing. None of this. I guess Digimon Beat Break is the only one I can actually imagine watching based on just what I'm seeing on the key visuals and all.
I think we all know that King of the Hill was the best anime of the season. Haha.
Is there even any like good studios doing anything this season? Did anime die? Did I just take my eyes off of it and it just died? Then what happened?
It's all your fault. Cause you gave up on anime. You killed it. It was all you.
For all I know, I was holding it up with my own power, and now it's folded without me.
All your fault.
Let's see. PA Works has a show called Dusk Beyond the End of the World. It's got a cute-looking girl in it. Kind of a tan girl. She looks cute. After waking from a long cryogenic sleep. High school student? Nope. That's a start. Get it. Yeah, this all looks like fucking trash. This is sad. Alright, we got movies. There's a Zombieland Saga movie. That's unexpected.
Yeah.
You ever watch any of Zombieland Saga?
Yeah, when it
The
like
little
first
trans girl, little
first came
zombie
out, yeah.
trans girl.
Watched a
That's
tiny
all that I
bit.
remember about that show is that it had the zombie trans girl.
All I remember
The-
about it
the
is that like the fucking girl's manager was best guy ever for some reason.
Yeah, he was literally Nate for some reason. That was weird.
It's really strange.
Naki Scarlet. This looks like it could be good, maybe. Some of the movies look like they could potentially be good. They're still making Girls Who Panzer movies. God damn. Well,
What's the fucking...
I guess this is not going to be the season where I give anime another shot. Because it looks like fucking there's nothing on.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that Digimon game also does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
At the very least, aesthetically, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Sanda's for the creator of Beastars? That makes me way more interested in reading it, because Beastars is really good. Pretty sure Beastars is the one created by the daughter of the guy who makes Baki the Grappler. Which is crazy. Demon Slayer and Chainsaw movie. Oh yeah, there's a Chainsaw Man movie. I guess
yeah.
I'll probably end up watching that at some point.
Yeah. The fucking... whatever it's called, Resi arc.
It's really hard for me to imagine that like I will at any point be as engaged with the Chainsaw Man anime as I was with the manga, because like the manga was like shocking, and that was a big part of what made it interesting, and like seeing it as an anime feels like I'm just like I'm just experiencing something I already experienced that was fine how it was, you know, like it didn't. Chainsaw Man did not need to be an anime for me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Obviously it needed to be an anime. Like the anime had to exist, but it doesn't do more for me that it is an anime than that it was a manga, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think a lot of people felt that way. There were
I'm
quite a
generally
few.
not as in like. It's funny that anime is mostly known for being adapted from manga because, in my opinion, almost all of the best anime are originals.
Really?
Like pretty much what makes it because it's hard to adapt manga in a way that's interesting to animation unless you really change it, which some stuff does. If like Sangatsu no Lion's a great example of like great manga became a great anime because the author specifically wanted them to change it. She was like, don't make this anything like my manga, make this the way you guys make shows, and so it worked. And like, so there's some adaptations that really work. Sometimes it's like way better, like K-On!, where like the original's just kind of dog shit and they use that as a springboard to make a totally different, better thing.
Yeah. I thought the
But
Chainsaw
in that-
Man anime did a good enough job of having its own flavor, its own style. It's very like movie-like. It's not as
I just didn't
snappy
like
and
I didn't like that style as
yeah,
much
it's
as the
fine.
manga.
I do think I don't know. It's hard for me to say like, oh, the manga is so much better. Like, I just think manga is in general a better medium. Like, I don't know. I just
I think
enjoy
it's harder
comics.
to make good anime than it is to make good manga,
Yeah.
because good manga just requires like one really talented artist, and good anime requires like hundreds of really talented artists,
Yeah.
or like putting one to death. Telling one guy he's gonna animate this scene for the next fucking year and a half or whatever, like the final fight from Sword of the Stranger. God.
One Metroid in the area? What the fuck?
King of the Hill came out spring season. I did not watch that yet. I don't know that I've seen like most of King of the Hill.
King of the Hill's pretty funny.
Hey, I like it.
Those early seasons were on another level, though. Oh my god, it is so like my humor at the beginning of that show is so goddamn good. I knew I was gonna love it from like the first minute of episode 1. Hank walking in on his son listening to something. He's like, I like this new age music. Let me listen to it. And it's like fart sounds and his face turns dark red and he goes, Mother of God, it's all toilet sounds.
That's really in the first episode? Damn.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Son, that is not comedy. The person on that tape has what's called a medical disorder.
I'm guessing Time Stranger is the name of that new Digimon game, but
Yes.
it short-circuited my brain for a second because it's also the name of an anime movie from the 80s. Z-Cypher was like, I want to play Time Stranger, and I was like, the movie?
Another Metroid detected. Tunnel's fucking caving in. Things are changing. Oh no.
Metroid. There's so much fucking lava here.
Yeah.
Core of the goddamn-
Getting pretty deep into the planet at this point. Oh, new pathway opened up. Those Metroids are digging.
How much more of this game would you say that there is left?
We've got like 13 Metroids left, so probably most of the way done. I don't know if we're gonna finish it tonight, but
How
yeah.
many Metroids have terminated so far?
Well, in total, there's like 40 something, so a lot. Oh, there's one. Oh, look, the Federation guys are still here.
What the fuck? There's dudes in this game. This is completely different from Metroid 2.
Omega Metroid, the apex predator of SR388. Yeah, it's because in the original Metroid 2, they said that like the Federation sent like a research team to scout out the planet, but they never returned. So in this one, you get to see what happened to them. They dead. Fuck.
These guys must have been pretty good to make it this far, although they didn't manage to kill any of the fucking Metroids that were in the way getting here.
Ow. Ow. Prick. The fuck? hate fighting this thing. This sucks. How do I get over you?
This is like the final Metroid form, right?
Yeah.
Besides the Queen.
Ah, fuck.
The thing's a whole ass fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like,
fucking sucks.
it's always been interesting to me as well that like this game introduced all these like mutations of the Metroids and none of the other games have used them.
Yeah. You can see them in like test tubes and Fusion, but like whatever. Why does it not hit? I hate this.
Maybe they just weren't satisfied with the designs of them.
It's definitely not as iconic. Try making an amiibo of that. Fucking gay.
It's also hilarious that the enemies themselves became called Metroids when like the idea of the word Metroid was that it was Metro Android.
Yeah.
An android that hangs out in the metro. Also hilarious that they were like considering it as like a metro originally. Like, yeah, you're in the metro tunnels. Like, okay, no train, but yeah, this guy really takes a fucking beating.
This sucks. I hate fighting these things. That's why I never finished the game on my last playthrough.
Sure, you like this game more than Fusion?
I don't know. This one gives me more freedom. Okay, it's dead.
Freedom.
Like, I just can't play Fusion that often because of all the fucking text and the, like, it just doesn't give me the same, like, feeling.
Yeah, like a workout room set up here or some shit.
I don't get, like, the same satisfaction out of Fusion that I get out of other Metroid games. Like, it's good, but it's a different flavor.
I gotta go refill my drink. I will be back.
Good.
Oh!
Oh yeah, no, all these sprites are original to this game. They didn't like borrow any assets or anything. At least as far as I know. Gotta plow through this fucking game so we can get to my favorite one. Even though I've already played it on a live stream before, I will gladly do it again. I'll do it 50 more times. Yo. Is there a save station nearby? No. Okay. Here we go. Which one's your favorite one? Super Metroid, of course. It was my first Metroid, and I still think it's the best one, even after playing like the Prime games and Dread and all that shit. Super is just an untouchable masterpiece for me. It was like a formative video gaming experience. So ahead of its time. It's like one of those like raising the bar moments where I was like, damn, I didn't know games could be this good. Hey.
I am back.
Epic. 3 Metroids in the area. I hope they're all as awful as that other one I just fought. At least I got a save point this time. Tunneling deeper and deeper into the fucking Metroid nest. It's all gooey in here.
She already answers Dracula about the sprites.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as I can tell, I don't think any of these sprites were lifted out of other games, like maybe based on the sprites of Zero Mission, but like the details are all different. Look how animated she is. She has idle animations now. Isn't that amazing?
It looks like Zero Mission and Super Metroid, like put together, kind of.
Yeah, it's the perfect in between.
Not specifically using anything from.
Log and tree. Okay. I also like that this game brings back the thing from Super Metroid where you can fucking turn all of your upgrades on and off for no particular reason. I just enjoy having the option. It's funny. Cause what if Adam didn't give me permission to use this stuff? Gotta wait for Daddy to authorize my Varia suit.
Did we already talk about how that was like different in the Japanese version?
Yeah, that shit is so weird. It's like she just wasn't using it out of stubbornness or something.
Yeah, seemingly. She just
extra stupid.
She just like ran in and just isn't. I mean, they don't really clarify. It's just like she's in there not using it, and then he like radios her like, "Hey, you need to put your suit on," and she does. And,
Hey,
like,
dipshit.
Yeah, I think we already declared this, but the biggest problem with that game is that the placement in the timeline just makes no fucking sense. If they wanted to make Samus like a brash, hot-headed, you know, like youngster, it should have been a prequel game and it would have been fine. But making it a sequel to Super Metroid didn't make any fucking sense.
Not at all. Thing is, fighting these Metroids sucks. And it sucks in pretty much every version of Metroid 2.
Yep.
I'm not sure if they made it.
The worst thing about Metroid 2 is that most of it is fighting increasingly annoying Metroids.
Yeah. And I don't know if I don't know who did it worse, either this game or Samus Returns, but they both made the Metroid fights longer and more annoying than they already were. And it upsets me.
The worst thing in Metroid 2 is that, like, the rooms start getting cloned a lot. And, like, particularly some of the last, like, the Omega Metroid fights are all in these fucking rooms where it's just, like, spire lava, spire lava, spire lava, spire lava, the whole screen,
Yeah.
you know? So it's like you're constantly having to do precise jumps and time shots or else you're gonna fall in the lava, no matter what. And, like, they reused the same room for like 4 different fights, and it's just like, oh, I hated it the first time. I'm gonna hate it 3 more times.
That's what I'm experiencing right now. I'm in that part of the game. Yeah, this blows. Yep, there's
another one. Really all over the place. Metroido. Meet your Metroid.
fuck off.
Chat, I've run out of ideas of things to say about Metroid, so you should hit me with your best Q&A. What's going on, chat?
Yeah.
What do you wanna
Ask us
hear about
questions
this?
about our lives. Get really deep and personal.
No.
Ask
Not
about my
that
toe
direction.
fungus.
Oh.
Trust the fungus. Get away! This is the stinky. This is the poop. Okay, good. That one's dead. I'm playing on easy mode too, so like, if I was playing on normal, that thing would be it would take even longer to kill it, and I'd be angry.
Bro, did you play any video games between the last stream and this one?
Yeah, a bunch. It's been like 2 days, so that's like 19 video games, at least. Been playing a lot of Donkey Kong lately. I'm playing a lot of Donkey Kong.
Like, which Donkey Kong?
All of them.
Like OG Donkey Kong? Like,
so
like walking up the ladders?
Yeah, like I started with that one, and then, you know, because I have that on NES, and then I did the sequel, Donkey Kong Jr., which is even better. So then I beat both of those in like 10 minutes, and then I moved on to what was Donkey Kong 1994 for the Game Boy, which is like the arcade game, but when you finish that 5-minute game and you get to the 4th stage and you beat Donkey Kong, the game just keeps going, and it's like a really good puzzle platformer where Mario can do like flips and super jumps and stuff, and pick up and throw enemies and keys and things like in Mario 2, which is really cute. And it has like 100 levels, so it's like a whole expansive game based on. It's Donkey Kong on the Game Boy. Donkey Kong 94 is what they call it.
Wow. Fascinating.
Really fucking good. I had never heard of it until pretty recently. I bought it because apparently it's like, it was made to be like compatible with the Super Game Boy too. So if you play it like on the Super Nintendo, it has extra like effects and graphics and stuff and colors uniquely coded to that. So it's really fucking cool. Basically a little mini Super Nintendo game. And I beat that. Super fun. And now I'm replaying the Donkey Kong Country games. Finished the first one in like 2 hours. The first one is not so hard. Just has a lot of bullshit levels where it's like really dark and you have to navigate a level in the dark, which sucks.
Whatever. I've never made it past like level fucking 3 in Donkey Kong Country. I suck at this game.
They're pretty hard for a new player. But then I beat that one, and now I'm working on Donkey Kong Country 2, which is actually hard as tits. I'm almost done with it. I'm almost at the end, but holy fuck. If this thing kills me, I'm gonna be fucking mad.
Are you aware that Marshall Mathers, otherwise known as Eminem,
of course,
is a like
okay, thank God.
top level Donkey Kong player?
I did not know that. What the fuck?
He is published in Nintendo Power before he was famous, like for his high scores in Donkey Kong, like on the leader, because Nintendo Power used to have leaderboards for that stuff. And he has a personal machine, like arcade machine of Donkey Kong in his house that he just plays, I assume still to this day, obsessively, that all he does is play Donkey Kong and rap. I've never heard of Eminem doing anything, like, at all, other than rap and play Donkey Kong. Like, so that's all I imagine his life is. There's also...
Did Marshall Mathers write the DK rap? Was it him all? Has he done a cover?
No, I should find out who did do that fucking... Who did the fucking Donkey Kong rap?
The cheesiest rap of all goddamn time, and it made my mom angry because they said the H word in it.
I think it's legit.
Oh, it's really funny.
I love the DK rap. It was written by Grant Kirkhope.
Of course.
Oh, he didn't write the lyrics though. The lyricist was George Andreas. What the fuck I'm getting called? Yellow? Yes. Give me a moment. I've gotten a dessert request.
Good.
Bird wants. I got him some Count Chocula. And apparently he's never had it before.
Nice.
It's like, I've never had Count Chocula. I was like, I think of all the spooky cereals, that's the one he's the most likely to gel with.
The spooky cereals.
Yeah, you know, they got Boo Berry and what's his fuck? The other dude. And then, because I was at Lidl earlier, and not only did they have those 3 traditional spooky cereals, but they also had, like, it wasn't a Wednesday cereal, but like some blonde bitch from the Wednesday TV show has her own cereal. I didn't even know who the fuck this character was. And then there was an all-green Wicked cereal, like the movie Wicked has an all-green cereal. So they're going wild this here holiday season.
I'm just fucking dying over the mic.
Apparently, the guy who wrote the DK rap was in fact the director of Donkey Kong 64.
Fucking traditional spooky cereals and that Wednesday bitch from that show.
Some blonde bitch from Wednesday. I don't know her name. It's like Nona or something. I don't know.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make a bowl of Count Chocula.
Good old Marshall Mathers. I got a song filled with shit for the strong-willed. When the world gives you a raw deal, when it sets you off till you scream, piss off, screw you. When it talks to you like you don't belong, it tells you you're in the wrong field. When something in your mitochondrial, 'cause it latched on to you like knock, knock, let the devil in, malevolent as I've ever been. Head is spinning, this medicine screaming, lit, 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 lettuce in, lit, 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 like a salad bowl. Edgar Allan Poe, bedridden.
Frankenberry was the third spooky cereal. Traditional spooky cereal I was trying to think of.
Should have been dead a long time ago. Liquid Tylenol, gelatin, sink my skeletons melting. Wicked, I get all high when I think I smell the scent of elephant manure. Hell, I meant Kahlua, screw it to hell with it. I went through hell with accelerants and blew up myself again. Volkswagen, tailspin. I forget how the next part goes. But then it's like, and I know they're gonna hate, but I don't care. I barely can wait to hit it with a snare in the bass square in the face. This fucking world better prepare to get laced because they're gonna taste my venom. I got that adrenaline momentum, not knowing when I'm ever gonna show up, and I'm ready to snap any momentum. Thinking it's time to go get 'em. They ain't gonna know I hit 'em when they get bit with the venom. I got that adrenaline momentum, not knowing when I'm ever gonna show up, and I'm ready to snap any momentum. Thinking it's time to go get 'em. They ain't gonna know I hit 'em when they get bit with a. Said knock knock, let the devil in. Shotgun, put pellets in the felt pen. Cock fuck around, catch a hot one. It's 7 and I'm not done. But venom is a thought spun like a web, and you're just caught in them. Okay. Enough of the Venom rap. I don't know all the words to that song. I tried learning them because I thought it would be really funny. Was it funny, Chad, or was it just cringe? Was it funny and cringe? That'd be the ideal outcome. Blueberry based. All y'all in your fucking spooky cereals. And Jenny Nicholson came out with a video recently about her like top favorite like spooky Halloween media to watch or whatever, and it was exclusively like children's media that is spooky, not like real horror, because she's not about that life. And one of the things she listed was the Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman, which I saw on Cartoon Network when I was a child, and I completely forgot it existed. Now I want to watch it again. So yeah, everybody get in Discord and watch Alvin and the Chipmunks Meet the Wolfman. Right fucking now. Meow.
Back from chocolating.
Excellent. Glad to see you're back. While you were gone, I was doing the Venom rap.
Oh, fucking perfect.
Yeah, brought up Marshall Mathers.
So you do know rap. You do know. Oh, wait, you were doing Venom.
Yeah.
Do you know the DK rap? Could you do the DK rap?
I don't know all the words, but I have been playing that game for as long as I can fucking remember, so I probably know some of it.
He's the leader of the bunch.
You know him well.
Well, he's finally back
To kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger, faster, and stronger too. He's the first member of the DK crew. DK. Donkey Kong.
It's occurring to me that you.
Donkey
I
Kong
feel like
is here.
You know the Super Smash Brothers version specifically, right? Like.
I was doing the N64 version. I know the Melee version. It's inferior. Killing all of you.
I felt like you were doing that version just because you were going more intense. I feel like that version's more.
The Melee one's a little bit faster. Has a slightly faster tempo, which I felt you were doing. The one on N64 is a little more staggered. It's with its rhythm.
I don't know Claire. What is Claire?
How many Metroids are left? 9? What the fuck? Get me out of here. Why are there so many Metroids? How much of this
Think went
fucking
to high
game is
school
there?
with Grant Kirkhope's son? That's crazy.
Whoa. Yeah, you know, Grant Kirkhope basically made every video game, and he's also my dad. So I think I was talking to someone about that recently because I was playing Donkey Kong Country 2, talking about like, yeah, I think it was last night. I was talking to my friend Lilith, and he said something about like hearing all the sound effects through my microphone. And I'm just like, oh yeah, Grant Kirkhope, you know, a guy basically made all these games. Yeah, it was just him, just by himself.
I can't stop thinking about when he was on Game Grumps and
Yeah.
he was just like razzing them constantly, and JonTron's mind was melting about it. He was just like, I can't even process what's happening right now.
That show was so
Getting,
funny.
like, ass rocked by Grant Kirkhope, who I've like worshipped since childhood.
That is one of the best things Game Grumps ever did. One of the best things JonTron ever did. Just being sad that Grant Kirkhope was bullying him. Fucking awesome.
I seriously think that was like probably the first time a video game composer had ever gotten like that big, like an American, not even American, fucking non-Japanese, I mean, game composer got like that big of a nod
Yeah.
in a public way.
I remember the bits where he was trying to correct their pronunciation of things because they said it too American. They'd be like, oh, what'd you say about this tune? No, tune. Tune. Sorry, tune. And what the fuck are you saying like banana? It's not a banana, it's a banana, you fucking... Banana. Was thinking about Game Grumps just today, how like it's always funny to me that a lot of like Gen Z seems to be under the impression that Aaron Hansen was the one who like just like twisted the narrative around Sonic the Hedgehog, single-handedly like ruined his reputation for years.
It was all him.
Yeah. It was all Ego Raptor's fault.
I used to get accused of having based my dislike of Sonic on Ego Raptor because of the fact that I was a fan of him and disliked Sonic, and I was like, it's like entirely unrelated.
It was the popular opinion since like the moment Sonic Adventure 2 came out on GameCube, and that happened 6 months after it came out on Dreamcast. It was always contentious.
As a kid, loved Sonic Adventure 2. Was deeply confused why it would get like C ratings in magazines. And stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was not a well-rated game, and I did not understand at all. Like it was, from me and Victor's perspective, one of the best video games ever made. We were just like, this game fucking rules. This game's amazing. But it just depends on what you are looking for out of a video game, and like.
Fuck! I'm at the end already. I was not prepared for this.
Oh well. I see.
Fuck! Fuck!
Well, good thing we didn't try to split this into a third part.
Ah! What is this?
Yeah, like, I remember at the time being confused why Sonic Adventure 2 was so poorly rated, and Sonic Adventure 1 had also been poorly rated, so, like, initially I wasn't interested in it, but then they remade it on GameCube, and we ended up playing it anyways, and, like, never gelled with it as much as 2, but not because of it being janky. Like, that just didn't clock with us as kids, you know? It wasn't until 2006. That's when Sonic's reputation got ruined. Sonic 06 is a legitimately broken game. Like, it's... The load times alone were enough to make it just utterly insufferable. And I'm pretty sure Victor beat that game. Like, he played that whole fucking thing.
I did too.
So he knows the horror of it. Like, I remember when it came out, like, having read, like, really negative reviews and then watching... Like, Victor was like, nah, it can't be as bad as they're saying. And then as I was watching him play it, I just kept laughing and, like... walking out of the room. Like, I couldn't. It was hard to watch because it was just like infuriating.
It's so boring too. I tried playing it like recently, being like, oh yeah, I used to think this was like one of the funniest funny bad games ever. And I tried playing like this boring as fuck. Like a 5-minute long load screen every 10 seconds. Game sucks ass, ugly as shit. Fucking blows. It's not even funny anymore. I'm sick of it. I'm sick. All the memes aren't funny anymore. It's been like 13 fucking years since the first time I heard it's no use. It's not funny anymore. Fuck Sonic 06.
Sonic 06 did not need any help with, and like, even like.
And now that's the one that's having the fucking fandom renaissance
even,
where all the
like,
little babies grew up and they're like, I think I kind of like Sonic 06. So like, stop it! Stop this! No more!
For me, even, like, I had a problem with the whole existence of Shadow the Hedgehog just because I was like, Shadow died. Like,
Yeah.
it totally robbed meaning from that death that he has his own game that's like this weird, edgy, he's got guns now thing. Yeah, I don't know. For me, my interest in Sonic pretty much started and ended with Adventure 2 on GameCube, and mostly was Chow Garden related. Like, I played the Sonic Advance games, and they were fine, but they're not like super memorable experiences to me.
Yeah, Sonic's reputation was already in the toilet thanks to the Dreamcast games kind of flopping, and then like the GameCube ports being fucking maligned really hard, and then every game after that just not really raising the bar. I love Sonic Heroes, but like it was not more impressive.
The best ones were not popular. Like,
yeah,
like Secret Rings was pretty good, but it was on the Wii and like nobody played it. And then fucking
I like reviewed
that's like
okay.
one of the only ones I ended up eating. And then Victor loves Sonic Rush on the DS. He was like, that is
I've
the
heard good
coolest
things,
one.
yeah.
I'm like, you haven't even played it, so that's how I know nobody's fucking played Sonic Rush.
I
But
want
like,
to.
because it has like this rush mode that you go into where you just go even faster than super fast. And Victor was like, yeah, it's like everything you want Sonic to be. That game is the most of it.
Yeah.
But nobody fucking talks about it. Not even the analysis videos and stuff. I don't really know why. It's strange which Sonic games get focused. Like,
oh god, oh god.
let
me in there, let me in there.
Many...
Die, bitch, die! Yeah!
Let's go! The monster.
Ew. For the record, I did not know you could kill it that way until like recently. Last time I played this game, I just shot it in its mouth hole because it looked like that's what I was supposed to do. Then I recently watched the Angry Video Game Nerd video where he played Metroid 2 on the Game Boy, and he's like, yeah, the real way to kill it is to go in its belly and bomb it to death. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do that on the stream. That was fucking awesome. Look at its fucking eyeballs are gone. That's its rib cage. That was fucking sick. This game rules. Yeah, this is better than Fusion. Fuck the haters.
Hayden Decker says controversial opinion, never got the hype around Grant Kirkhope. He just writes goofy ass music. To that, all I have to say is boop 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 boop.
I don't understand your point. You're just humming the theme. You're just humming the melody of Teddy Bear Picnic. Bears go out in the woods today. He didn't write that.
Exactly like that song.
Probably intentional because the game is about a bear.
Yep, that would make sense.
Oh my god, another Metroid.
That is very
Kill it.
Rare's way of thinking. Baby Metroid immediately wants you to be its mommy.
The baby. I took the baby. I took the baby back to the bottle ship. That is the funniest fucking part too of Other M, is that it's the ship. It takes place on the bottle ship. Oh my god, I could not take that shit seriously. She just goes on and on about the baby and the bottle ship. I'm like, I took the baby to the baby bottle the baby bottle pop, the baby bottle pop.
Eating all the stuff in your way for you. That's so adorable.
Yeah, eat that crud. Eat all that
I didn't
shit.
realize
That is
how
guano.
helpful Baby Metroid was right from the beginning.
This space bat guano. Eat it all.
So I don't think if this happens in the Game Boy game at all.
All the
actually.
feces.
I
It
don't
does.
think this does.
It does.
It does?
This whole
Really?
part is in the Game Boy, yeah. I've seen it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
A saint.
They added this fucking crusty stuff to like every area in Samus Returns. So to collect everything in that version, you have to go back through the entire map after getting the baby Metroid.
Oh.
Instead of just taking this back tunnel to the surface.
That sucks.
That
sucks.
it sucks pretty hard.
That sucks. That is stupid and bad. That sucks. Not fucking Undertale. Do not want to go back to the whole goddamn map.
And parry every single enemy again.
Oh no. Yeah,
It's probably not that bad if you have the screw attack, but I'm still not gonna do that. I don't bother. I'm not like a completion type of person. Like I don't go out of my way to collect everything in these fucking games. I'm more of a speedrunner.
It's one thing if it's fun. Usually with Metroid, I feel like it can be fun to try to go out of your way to find everything because you interact with the environment in lots of unique ways. Yeah. But there is a point where it just becomes like, okay, well, I've had my fun. I'm done now. You know. Like,
yeah. There was a secret area that I don't know how to get to it, but I know this fucking game has a secret place you can go to on the surface where you can see like the ship the Federation took to get here, and it's like designed to look like the ship from Fusion. And they even included like the little cave from like the beginning of Fusion where it shows Samus getting infected with the X parasite, like that exact room they replicated in this remake, which is really cool that's like hidden away. You can go there.
Evening and night sky also is amazing.
Oh yeah, that too. If you go to that secret area, I think it must be near the middle of the game because when you go there, it's like sunset. Because it's like already nighttime here. All right, where's Ridley? Let's go fight Ridley. Come on, baby, let's get the fuck out of here.
We did it, gang. That baby Metroid's gonna grow up to be a baby Metroid, but big.
I dropped into dropped into a room without thinking about it, and the Queen Metroid was right in front of me, and I was like, oh!
Yeah, it was wild.
I was not prepared for that. I wasn't even looking at the Metroid counter. I did not realize that there was one left. God damn.
We did it, gang.
We did it. I fucking
it's like
enjoy the hell out of this game.
4.5 hours total, I think.
Yeah, I think this is probably the longest out of the 5 that we're doing.
Do you think well, is it that it's the longest or that you're just really good at Super Metroid?
Yes. Maybe Fusion will take the longest because whenever I beat Fusion, it always says I beat it in like 2 hours 50 minutes, like on the game's clock. But I know it's not counting like cutscenes, so Fusion might actually take twice as long for all I know. Fusion has a lot of cutscenes.
Well, gang, you should subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. You should buy Samus vs. Samus on. I need to fucking go ahead and put that in the description.
Is there anyone? Is anyone watching this right now who isn't already subscribed to Gigadonk? Because if so, what the fuck?
That would be crazy.
That would be insane.
It would be wild. I'd be like, what are you doing? What's cool about this channel is like the view counts are almost exactly the sub count. It's like,
yeah,
it feels like we have the most one-to-one engaged audience I've ever seen, where it's like, okay, yeah, everyone who subbed is watching, and that's it, only them, nobody else, but they're all watching, so that's nice.
Slightly less than 4 hours on the game's clock. That's pretty good. I did have to load a couple save points when I got lost, but you know, it's still good. That's cute.
If you kids don't have to tap in. Honestly, we don't have that many. We've got the one Dragon Quest video, and then we've got all the live streams of Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and now Metroid's Fusion and AM2R, and that's it. It's a fairly new channel. So I guess we're doing Super Metroid
look at this.
next.
Metroid is in captivity.
Ah, yes. The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
Way.
Also true at the end of Dread, except that it's you. You are the last Metroid.
Yeah, this game kind of rules. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that end screen was sick. This game was gorgeous. It was definitely seemed like a more fun game than original Metroid 2, but I still would encourage people to check that game out because it is different enough to be like worth experiencing. Just as we said of Metroid 1. Experience all of it. Learn history. Be interested.
Yup. Yeah, I'd
Put
probably
yourself through a little bit of pain in the name of science sometime.
I'd probably rank this one similarly to Zero Mission as well. I think it's on like the same level of quality, honestly. Like they both have their pros and cons, but they're both really excellent games. I love the shit out of playing.
Alright, let's wrap it up.
All
Goodbye, everybody. Have a nice night. Have a good sleep. Sleep your butts off. Sleep so hard that people wonder, will they ever wake up?
Meow meow and good night, everybody.